Alright. Hi, everybody. So, going to do something that we've never done before. Um, we're going to talk about other YouTubers. We're going to talk about other. We're going to talk about ourselves a lot, too, in this, but it's because of other.
So, we're not alone. You're not alone.
You're not alone.
That's what I'm saying.
I wish we could have shared this with her and made her believe it, but you're not alone. I watch these YouTubers in the van life section. Uh, watched van lives for a long time. I've been subscribed to Amen and Beck for a long time. And um, we've come across their friend Lee um, on Amen and Beck quite often. And, um, you know, I don't watch Amen and Beck every Sunday. I wish I did. But Sundays being our recording day, I sometimes don't have time, and then it'll be a couple of weeks before I go back and catch up with them and see where they're at. They don't know who I am. I mean, obviously I'm not really big, and I don't talk to people all that often. But I pay attention to them, and I really enjoy their work, and I really enjoy them as people. And they had a friend. Her name was Lee. And, she's been on their channel several times. Um, and she's a YouTuber herself. And I guess in March, um, Lee felt she couldn't go on in life any longer. Mental health, mental illness can be rough. And you're not alone, okay? There's millions of us that have mental health issues. There's millions of us that have stories that begin a lot like hers did. I'm sorry to hear that she's gone. I know that I hurt for Eamon and Beck. I hurt for the Van Lights. They lost someone that was important for them. You know, so for them, we're going to do our own special. I think it's called Speak Up for Lee.
I think that's what it said. Hashtag speak
Speak
up
Up
for
for
Lee.
Lee. So we're going to do our own hashtag Speak Up for Lee. Because both me and Rose deal with mental illness.
Along with most of the people in our family.
Yeah. So
I've tried, our daughter's tried, you've tried.
yeah, yeah,
I'll never forget the day one of the many days I tried. Most of the times I didn't try, I just thought about it, but I will never forget the day I did try.
yeah. I won't forget the day the day that I almost succeeded.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I was in my early 20s, drinking heavily, uh, had my own apartment. Um, Things had just gotten really rough. Some supposed friends had, you know, pretty much stolen from me a lot of the knickknacks that I had that were valuable to me. And I had just gotten to that point that I figured I was a screw up. I wasn't going to make it nowhere. So, locked myself in the bathroom, proceeded to cut up and down my arms, which I still have some of the scars. right here. Um, so still have some of the scars, and that was back 25 years ago. Um, Good friend of mine who most people thought was my brother. It was kind of funny. We had everybody believing he was my biological brother, which he wasn't. They couldn't get a hold of me on the phone. Lived right down the road from me. They came, busted down the door. He called his dad. They got me to their house. Made me go into the bathroom with his mom, who proceeded to take alcohol. Not hydrogen peroxide. No. No, let's not take hydrogen peroxide so it doesn't kill you. Let's take alcohol. Puts alcohol on and scrubs. And I mean scrubs. She didn't know what I'd used to cut myself. Her exact words the whole way through was, I don't know what you used. I don't know what kind of infection you're going to get. You're going to think about this next time you try. Gary and his dad, they must have had freaking earplugs. I was screaming. Dude, I was screaming loud. I was crying, I was kicking, I was screaming. But I'm telling you, when she told me I was never going to forget it, never forgot it. Never try to cut myself again. Ever. But not that I didn't try to think about suicide. After that, it was always, I'm going to do it in my car. But then I thought I can't do it in my car because my family needs my car. Not my family needs me, my family needs my car. Till I met, you know. But anyways. So yeah.
Yeah, and this is where you're not alone really comes into it, because she's not. She's not alone. She told me the first time that she wanted to kill herself in her car. I guess it was about 3 days after we started actually hanging out that she thought about killing herself in her car.
Well, I thought about killing myself. I thought about suicide, and he asked me what was my way. I said I always thought about that I was going to die behind the wheel of the car. But the problem was my family needed my car more because we've never been in a household with more than one vehicle.
That's changed.
So, because I had never been in a household with more than one vehicle, always been one vehicle, I couldn't kill myself in my car because my family needed my car. That was my figuration. Of course, I've learned that my family needed me as much as they needed my car. I mean, more than my car.
Mine started. I finally started figuring out that I was suffering from depression, and possibly PTSD as early as 2001,
Yours was
2002.
because of the military, too. Yours started, well,
I was out of the military when it was officially started to be recognizable.
right. But you
I was
had,
still working for the military as a DoD civilian.
but you had enough in your life that I'm surprised it took you that long.
Yeah, but it was September 11th that probably started kicking me over the top. Um, Honestly, I think that's when stress levels started peaking for me over in Europe, and um,
Well, you were in Europe.
we were in Europe.
You couldn't help family members here.
Yeah, and I didn't know what was going to happen there. it was an entirely different outlook of things that we were looking at. So in 2001, I had a nervous breakdown, and I was right at the tail end of 2001, beginning of 2002. I had a nervous breakdown. I ended up in a hospital for about 4 weeks, um, right at Christmas time. Um, and um, when I got out of the hospital, um, just went on with life as if everything was okay. And I pushed through again almost 2006, until 2006. And in 2006, we had the drawdown hitting. Um, Base closures. My base was slotted to be closed. I was going to have to leave Germany. Um, my ex-wife didn't want to leave Germany. I had to deal with uh, kids, all the things that go with kids. Um, uh, just stress, going through life, stress. And one day, I'm sitting there and I'm like, I can't do this anymore. I give up. And I literally took my antidepressants and a bottle um, and a fifth of Jack Daniels, and I went driving down this forest road until I found some walking trails. And I pulled in at the walking trails and I sat down on a bench in the middle of a forest in Germany. And, you know, figure it's 2 o'clock in the afternoon. There ain't nobody coming through the forest this time of the day. So first of all, there's not many people walking through a forest anyway. And I started popping pills and chasing them with Jack Daniels.
Not a smart move.
Oh hell no, definitely was a smart move. And then I lost consciousness, and when I woke up, it was 7 weeks later, and I had been in a medical coma. To allow my body to heal after I put myself in a real coma.
Just don't know what you're. There's so many things out there that can tip scales, and most people don't realize that it's a matter of just reaching out. That's why they have suicide hotlines.
Yeah, back when I did this, I was still very, very much a military man.
Yeah, but
And you're right. We don't know to reach out.
well, back in our days, we didn't really have a whole lot of resources either. It's back then you didn't talk about suicide. You didn't talk about mental illnesses. You didn't talk about all those things. I mean, now everything's talked about.
Yeah,
But that's why we do this.
yeah. I mean, the only reason I'm here today is because someone I actually worked with was walking through the forest and found me. So, first of all, we're in Germany. This is an American finding me on a bench in a German forest on a walking trail.
You weren't meant to be gone.
He was yesterday to be put. He started doing CPR while his wife called emergency services, and I had an ambulance there for me.
So just remember, I mean, I know it's hard. I know it is. Reaching out is hard, especially when you feel alone. but you're not by yourself. There's somebody. Even if you don't know them, there's someone that cares. Trust me, there's people out there who care just because it's their personality. And they don't want to see people suffering. And that one phone call makes a difference.
And if you call me, if you talk to me, if you write me, and you tell me what's going on, I'll be a pillar. I'll support you.
You know.
So will she.
Why we do what we do.
No.
I
mean, yes, I can be mean-spirited at times when people are mean-spirited at me.
It's not always fun and game with everything. I mean, we make cracks and jokes about who and how we are, but that's because it's who we are. And if you can't laugh at yourself, I mean.
Yeah, sometimes the biggest clown is hiding the heaviest heart.
You gotta laugh at yourself.
Yeah. How can you understand humor if you don't understand misery?
So, just remember that there is someone on the end of something. Whether it's the end of a message, the end of a phone call, the end of something, an email, something that will do what they can to help you.
Yeah. And remember, it's not a bad thing. I'm sorry. I'm a veteran. Okay. I was a soldier.
Okay, when you lost, when you didn't lose your job, when you got forced to go on disability and you couldn't work, your depression went skyrocket because you've been working your entire life. Now you're being told, sit your ass down.
Yeah.
So, I know. I watched you.
See?
I had to get you a therapist.
Just within the last 2 years, I've been extremely depressed. My depression went back into, being I'm all messed up.
Well, it's kind of why we started the You're Not Alone, because of we all have issues. Someone's got that issue.
Yeah.
Period.
I suffer now from chronic pain, COPD, PTSD, depression.
But he saw this, and so he turns around and says,
we may not know this girl, we may not know Lee, we may not actually really know Eamon and Beck. We may not know the Van lives.
But you're watching YouTube, and they become part of your world. Like
I'm part of their community.
And
just like everybody who watches us are part of our community. We're community people. That's how we grow as people. We have to have our community.
And even though I get behind answering comments, I like to answer the comments. So I try to be part of each of you. Try.
Huh.
So,
So
speak up.
If you guys are watching this, if any of the people I've mentioned are watching this,
just speak up.
Say hi.
I mean, I think
tell somebody hi.
Yeah, speak up for Lee is.
Yeah, we're speaking. So right now we're speaking up for Lee. She can no longer speak for herself, so we're speaking up for Lee.
So we love you all. We care about you all.
We want to have a long life with everybody out there.
So, till next time. Bye.
Bye, guys.